Hi traders, I'm looking at bar charts on the weekly of the Nikkei here because I just want to get a real feel for what could be potentially happening in these markets. And the reason why I'm looking at the Nikkei is because I had some particularly bad data this week. If you look at GDP, you can see on this quarter-on-quarter GDP we were sitting up here for a while with just a few moves down here, but look at the way in which we've put in a minus 1.8. This is really, we've slipped right under this level here. So Japan is potentially in some trouble, and hence the reason why the yen is so weak. And the only thing the Japanese markets can do is devalue the yen if they are to maintain their markets. So here we have the weekly pulling up. If we can't close above 16,000, and at the moment it looks as if we can't, and we start closing under 15,600, this market is in trouble, and this could drag everything else down. Okay, if we hold up, the currency keeps devaluing and confidence stays in this market, then we could breach 16,000 and run up. Let's just stick to pure fundamentals for now, but on the face of it, this Nikkei is in trouble. Let's just go to the daily now. So the data came out yesterday. Well, so far we are holding, but we are at the top of that fib zone. Fibs taken from April lows and December highs. So, a failure of this fib zone is critical. So where does that leave us with the Dow? Well, the Dow is struggling. It's really struggling. This purple line is the year end, year beginning. The fibs is on the year's range, Feb lows and these recent highs. We've just got very little volume up here. That little red bar is the Sunday bar, but we closed underneath the Sunday range yesterday, and we are just holding up. And data this week is JOLTS, job openings. Now, you can see that job openings is a key indicator. I think the Fed are keeping a very, very close eye on this with the view to rate rises, hence the strength of the dollar. We're way above trends, way above 06, 07 levels, so hence the reason why the Dow has been sustainably high. However, if we come in under target today, this could get very nasty for the markets. So anything under 4.5 could spell some slippage in the Dow. So I'll be looking for, and that comes late in the day, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 3 p.m. typical reversal time today. So the Dow is on edge. Either we start closing above 17,150, 160, or we close lower, break down under 17,000, and down we come. This is a potential distribution pattern. So we had a rounded top there before we slipped. We've got another rounded top now. So I think today is very, very crucial. And I'll be watching these levels very closely. Let's look at currencies. In light of what I've just said, the US dollar yen, I was waiting for a pullback to 104. I've got no chance at the moment. We are very, very high. But a trend is a trend. At the moment, there is no sign of that ending. So any pullback to 106 at the moment, maybe are we going to get? Like I said, 105.75 area is a potential if we see that on the bad jobs figure. Even the pound yen has come off the 50% yesterday and had quite a nice run and is still holding high. What would I do with that? I would steer clear of the pound yen and just buy dips in the US dollar yen. And here we have a 127 extension just under the 160 level on the pound. We are very, very extended. We've had some good data out of the pound of the UK today. But obviously this Scottish referendum is weighing on it. Note the 50 and 200 cross and the way in which we looked as if we were going to hold up here, and they just pulled the plug once we broke 165.88. Euro US continues just to drift lower, looking for 127.50 on this. Any pullback to 129.30 is a sell. Euro yen is holding up. Any push into 137.50 could see that selling. Keeping an eye on the pound Aussie dollar, because this is a very, very interesting level. If we start holding here, I'll buy contracts and see if we can at least pull up. This fib level here, this 172.35, is a big level, but we are clearly in a downtrend, and if I do go long, I will be cautiously long, not weighing in. Aussie US, dollar strength overall, keeping that at a lowish bottom of the range level. This Aussie CAD looks interesting to me. We had a couple of little breakouts, 2 or 3 breakouts out of this. We hold 102. I'll be buying. Let's see if we can get into 104, because that is a potential wedge. Well, it has broken out a couple of times, like I said. Okay, let's just switch to oil for a moment. Oil has got a hammer. I've marked off this 92.60 level because we've had a couple of big moves off of that. We could be moving into a W pattern on this. This is not the time of year where typically oil gets bought. The cycle of oil tends to reverse at the end of the year. So I think we might, if we look at the RSI here, all we're doing is crashing into resistance levels. At the moment the highs are selling. Step down here, 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 and here. So any push into 95 could see that roll over. Okay, quick look at stocks. Keep an eye on Whole Foods. Let's strengthen that. If we can't hold 38.80, I will leave it. Vale is short. That's too late for that one. Tyson Foods is nice. Yeah, I would buy 37.92. I'm going to buy 37.92 on Tyson Foods. JDSU. It's having a good week so far. So any pullback into this area, even 11.30 area, is a potential buy, because that could break out. And so far we bumped into this trend line, we have sold, so I will wait, see if we come into this apex and hold, and then buy to see if we can get a breakout. Diamond Foods is another one I like. That's held up well. Obviously we're at a key apex there, so I'm happy to wait and sit back and see if that can Those above, Colgate is selling, Coach holding up. Right, I'll do a better study of Rax. Is a takeover target, so that's running like mad, so that's too late for that. Mosaic, that's on a watch list to see if that can hold up here. And Monsanto, I like. I'm going to be buying 114.35 on Monsanto 200 EMA to see if that can close. I think that's a nice low risk, potentially high reward trade. Alright, I hope that helps, and see you at the next update.